So I'm currently at Target, and I just gave the DPCI number to the young man working because I think they have the G.I. Joe classified wave. So I'm gonna stop talking for a minute and I'll show you if he does. Target, Allentown, Pennsylvania. So a funny thing just happened at Target. I found the DPCI online a few weeks ago on Twitter. I've been waiting to ask. I finally asked today, and they had the whole case in the back. So, freaking winning. They have these on pre-order. They're coming in this week. So I am incredibly pumped right now. I literally had this DPCI number from, I think it was Yakface on Twitter, for weeks now. And I saw they had this in for at least 2 weeks. Finally, I said, you know what, I'm just going to ask. And they had the entire case in the back. So I'm currently on my way to Ocean City, Maryland, just for tonight to visit some friends. And I was going to hit some stores on the way home in Maryland and Delaware. So I was going on an out-of-state hunt. But I checked my Allentown Target in Pennsylvania, gave them the DPCI, and bang. So starting off this hunt and this one-night beach trip successfully. Bang.
Hey, what goes on YouTube? And welcome to episode number 5 of Disavowed Action Figures and Comics. This week, as you can see, we had a huge win by being one of the first people to find the G.I. Joe Classified series in the wild at Target. Then we went on to an out-of-state hunt at 2nd and Charles in Delaware. Additionally, we also went on to find some brand new Black Series and NECA figures at GameStop and Target, as well as some fantastic GameStop clearance action. Stick around to the end of the video to see what we picked up.
Okay, so I'm rolling into 2nd and Charles in Wilmington, Delaware. See what they have.
Okay, so this place is absolutely huge and it's packed. So you have the Wolverine, X-Men, Beast Kingdom figures, the Uncanny X-Force, and the regular. And they actually sorted all their pops by theme in the store. So here's all the Marvel comics and comic book stuff. As you can see, you got Captain Marvel. Down below, you have a lot of the DC stuff, and more Captain Marvel mixed in with the DC stuff. Actually, it's mostly Captain Marvel. Sorry about that. Down below, a lot of X-Men and Spider-Man. There's Venomized Thanos. This place is huge. Right now, I'm showing you pops, but it's crazy how much stuff is here. And here, here's some Deadpool stuff. You have Thanos in the garden. The Korg, which I really think is cool. You have the Endgame Hulk. My voice changes because I flip my mask up because there might be people around. Rescue, some Wonder Woman stuff. And down below you have the X-Men, Dark Phoenix, Walmart exclusive, Colossus, Venomized Daredevil. There's a new Gambit, that's pretty cool. I mean, they literally are just a stack of pops in this place. I can't even show them all to you, the entire pop video. Alright, let's take a walk through just the rest of this aisle, and then I'll jump over to the figures. Deadpool, looks like selects. Deadpool gallery statue. Deadpool Q-Fig. Right above all the all the different Deadpool stuff. And then over here in the multiverse section, they have basically everything new. They have the Hellbats here, lots of Superman armor. Batman's. They have the Batman Who Laughs. Ton of those. And they have the Green Arrow. They literally have basically everything that came out for the new McFarlane wave, which is pretty crazy. Nightwing, which is pretty cool looking. So again, this place is just stacked with everything. It's crazy how much they actually have here. And then over in the NECA section, there's some Toonie Tears. They have some Terminator going on. Trick or Treat Sam. All the Freddy Krueger stuff. Conjuring 2, Shape of Water, all the Pan's Labyrinth stuff. They also have a Labyrinth, not to be confused with Pan's Labyrinth. And then down below, some more stuff, some medals, some Ghostbusters. These look like older ones, $15.99 for Ray. These are not the new Hasbro ones. If you know about these, feel free to throw a comment down below. Let me know. And also here's the Ghostbusters Selects. And some turtle action. And then here we have Marvel Legends section, a lot of the Polaris. And looks like we have Wolverine Wendigo series, priced at $20. It's a little bit high. It's cheaper on Amazon, I think. And really not a lot for Legends here, unfortunately. Some Deadpool and Daredevil, Marvel Selects, Johnny Storm. He is priced at $15. I'm not sure why that's 15 and he's 20. It's interesting. Old School Dazzler with their roller skates, another one of her. So they probably got traded in. Over on this side, we have some old DC Multiverse stuff. Wonder Woman, Steve Trevor. We have Robin from Dark Knight and Aquaman. And over on this side, we have some Pacific Rim action going on. Lots of Trip to the Avenger. I think this is the new movie, which unfortunately was pretty terrible. I hate to say, but it was. But these are pretty cool. We actually have some of the kaiju and also some gallery statues down below. So, yeah. You see a lot of Pacific Rim stuff out there in the wild. Pretty cool seeing it here. And keeping up with the theme of kaiju, some Godzilla action going on the side. We have Mothra, Godzilla himself, and they mixed in some alien stuff, so Xenomorph, NECA stuff here too. So lots here in Second and Charles. Godzilla's hiding up top too. And here you can see they have a makeshift DC section. So we have the new Batman Returns Catwoman pop here. Two of those. We have a lot of Harley Quinn going on. Some of Rafiki snuck his way in here. Wrong franchise, right? And walking around to the side. More DC stuff. Actually some Marvel mixed in too. So maybe it's more of like a female hero area. The older Harley Quinn. This is Amanda Connor. I'm not familiar with that one. Some Banks. And some Wonder Woman hats. So again, pretty cool area here. This is pretty neat. Superman Wonder Woman Special Edition. 2 figurines. And I cannot even begin to show all the pops. I mean, here's some Rick and Morty. Looks like newer stuff, I believe. Here. More Rick and Morty. And they try to have things themed. Sorry I'm going so quickly, but there's literally like at least 5 to 10 shelves. So I know it seems like a pretty wide margin, but I can't begin to tell you how many pops are actually in this place. I couldn't walk through every shelf. It'd be way too long of a video to do that. So, Trolls, let's kind of do a quick walkthrough. You have the new Batman stuff going on here. On this side, looks like Dungeons and Dragons. If you're close to this store, I really suggest checking it out because whether you're a pop fan or whatever you're checking out, they just have everything here. It's crazy. The movie franchise is big. It, Castaway. Creepshow's pretty cool. I think there's a new show on Shudder right now, actually. Down below, more stuff here. Some Jurassic World action going on. Down below, some more Marvel with Spider-Man action. Strain, Ready Player One. So again, it is just ridiculous amount of pops this store has. So if you're a pop person and you're near this store, definitely come check it out. Some Hocus Pocus and some Terminator Dark Fate. So this place is just absolutely stacked. If you're looking for a pop, they probably have it here. And I know I said I was done showing pops, but when there's a Simpsons section, I have to show up for 6-packs and knickknacks. So if you're into the Simpsons, give them a follow on Instagram. 6-packs and knickknacks, covering all things Simpsons related, as well as craft beer. Best of both worlds. They even have The Leftovers. That was a phenomenal show on HBO. And then Dawson's Creek. And these seriously pull you in way too much. This is why I have to avoid trying to collect too many pops, because they have them for everything. And for all of my comic book people, this is easily one of the biggest Second and Charles comic book sections I've seen in the stores I've been to. They just have long boxes upon long boxes stacked everywhere, underneath and on top. They have a great selection of new books over here on the side, and up front they even have some more high-priced books that are a little more valuable behind some glass cases, which I'll quickly walk around to. So there's some books pulled aside in here. Pricing, $50, $60 for some of the books back behind the glass. And it looks like they even have more miscellaneous books down below that are probably more valuable if they don't want out for people to mess with. And they even have some of the Batman Damned and other books set aside. And if you go through for the more high value comics that they have a binder out to show you the reproduction of the covers. So again, a really great store for comics and collectibles and figures. And since I'm a Marvel fan, I have to show you the Marvel comics that are behind glass. So they have 10 on the first Daisy Johnson, I believe. And Iron Man for 30. Captain America, 20. So again, prices seem pretty on market. Probably match up with eBay pretty well. Civil War, 15.
And we're hitting up a GameStop.
So with some new stuff here at GameStop. That heavy battle droid's pretty cool. And Legends, priced all over the place, of course. Johnny Cage, Cyberpunk, Castlevania. Two of these guys. 2-pack, 3-pack, old 2-pack, old 2-pack. Yeah. It's nice being back in GameStop. And then I look up above my head and there's this freaking 10-inch Child Pop.
$5.97. I think I'll be picking this up. Yep. So rolling up in the NECA section, and they have the new Toonie Tears here. Question is, do they have an Ash? None. And they do. Sweet. Yes, that's awesome. We call this winning, people. Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, so as you saw in the video, great week on the hunt. First of all, super excited to pick up the G.I. Joe Classified series at Target, being one of the first people to find that in the wild on the pegs. Not so much on the pegs. I had a definite help from the DPCI posted by Yakface on Twitter from a couple months ago, but they went in the back and pulled out Snake Eyes and Destro for me. I also have them on pre-order, so I got one to rock and one to stock. Pretty excited about that. Also, great savings to be had at GameStop, picking up that Bobby Drake Marvel Legends Uncanny X-Men retro figure on clearance for only $5.99. And last but not least, hail to the king, baby, found that new Toonie Tear Ash figure by NECA at Target on the peg. Super excited to add that to my Ash collection of Evil Dead and Army of Darkness figures. So if you like what you saw this week, please subscribe, like, and comment to this video. And as always, I'll be seeing you at the pegs.